What's up, guys? Dark Advisor here. Hope you guys are having a good night, daytime, midday. Gonna put that food in the fridge. I see it right now. Hope you guys have been good. Been waiting a while to get another Talking Points pixel effect up. And you know, like I said, done with grad school. Yay, all that good stuff. They're finally about to ship our diplomas out for the graduate classes. So I'm looking forward to getting that. But anyway, a lot of stuff in the news I want to talk about tonight. We're just going to try to stay on a few topics, and like I want to do videos. Like I don't want to squeeze too much news into one video, but I want to kind of squeeze it. I may build up to that where I do like several topics. I prefer if I had a friend over to talk through several topics. That's more fun than doing it alone. But tonight I want to talk about the next gen systems, what I think about them, the shows and everything like that. So let's hop right into that. As you know, both Sony and Microsoft have had shows to showcase on games for the next gen systems. And Xbox show was pretty bad. It was bare bones. There was nearly nothing shown at the show that we like either didn't know about, and even the stuff shown, it was more the same. I really, and even Sony did this to an extent. Sony got more praise because Sony has their fanboys are more defensive, and you know, to their credit, they did have some gameplay, but a lot of shows, both of them had games that had no gameplay, but they are basically just trailers, you know, CG trailers, cutscenes, stuff like that, nothing to show the gameplay. And with Microsoft's show, it was a snore fest. It honestly was. But it was a third party showing. They did not have any of their first party stuff. And I really do feel like Microsoft can pull it out of the grave with that. But, you know, I have all systems. I have Xbox, PC, the classic systems. I have a Switch, PS4. And honestly, I cannot think of any first party games I have for Xbox outside of Killer Instinct, Rare Replay, and Forza, and Halo, of course. And when you think about it, Xbox has lost a lot of exclusive titles they used to have under their belt that made it a fun system. You know, games like Mech Assault. I remember playing that game in Kmart and hearing Getting Away with Murder, that one Spider Mech boss. Oh my god, that was so fun. If you don't know what Kmart is, I'm sorry. I will reference it several times in my videos. But it was one of those stores that had kiosks, because the town I lived in, Walmart had kiosks, but they eventually did away with them for some reason, and Kmart was the only one that still had them set up. They had one for GameCube, they had one for Xbox, they had one for well, no, GameCube didn't come into play until later, I don't think. No, GameCube had it because they had the Metroid demo. They had one for Game Boy Advance. It was really nice to sit in there and play a game. And Xbox had, like I said, Mech Assault, had Voodoo Vince, they had Halo, of course, and they just had several titles that made it Xbox worth getting, you know. And some games ran better on Xbox, you know, if you had it back then. But over time, you know, 360 had Dead or Alive 4, Halo, Chrome Hounds, games like that, and they started to lose a lot of those titles around the 360 age. When Xbox One came out, that's kind of when they started to lose a lot of that gruff they had with the 360, I want to say. It did not do them any favors when they launched the Xbox One the way they did. Anybody in marketing should have known, and the person who did that should be, I don't want to say get fired. I don't want to get anybody fired, honestly. But you release a system and you tell people you're going to have DRM, like restricted games and stuff. You can't trade them. They pretty much set out that the Xbox One was just going to be like they pushed too hard for a multimedia platform. Like, it wasn't just games, they were pushing for everything. And a system can have everything on it. It can have games, it can do movies, it can do music, it can do apps, all this stuff, but you need to push the games because that's what it is. It is a game console. People have PCs and laptops and phones with other stuff. I mean, you can put it on your system, but you need to push the games, and they came out sore with that. And then Sony came out and made fun of them about that fact, saying like, oh, with our games, you can just trade it. But even in Sony's case, if you go back and look at their original PS4 presentation, it did not turn out anywhere near the level of social sharing that they set out to say that it was going to have. Like the original PS4 trailer, I remember had where you could take over somebody's game like right then and there, you know, like, oh man, let me try this game real quick and stuff. And while friends can try the game and once they get into it, it works pretty good. It's cumbersome to get them into the game to begin with, you know, the way you connect and all this stuff. But Sony originally pushed for a more social PS4 feature with like, if you go back and look, it looked like it had like a Facebook wall where you had your friends and, you know, you could post stuff, and you can still do that, but it like I said, it's cumbersome to me to share that stuff. But anyway, we're talking about the gameplay shows, and Sony came out after Xbox had theirs, which again is just third party. They have a first party system gameplay reveals coming out in July, but Sony had their show and it was actually pretty good. Overall, I gave it about a 7. There was still a lot of stuff that was just boring, a lot of games I did not care for. They gave some indie game representation, Volcano High, which I don't really care for. It looks dumb, honestly, but again, it could be good. I don't know. Like, the thing with games, if you want to get me interested, I don't want just trailers. Show me gameplay. Thinking back, a good game reveal would be something like Devil May Cry 5. That was awesome. It came out like a trailer, like a CG trailer, but then they actually had gameplay in it to let you know how it was going to play, and it looked awesome. It made you get excited for the game. Like, that was what we wanted. If you just showed me like, oh, here's DMC5's logo and here's a CG cutscene, I'd still be excited, but the gameplay adds to it because you can know you're seeing what's going to be in the game pretty much. And Sony's show, they had Ratchet & Clank, looked amazing. I love Ratchet & Clank, been a huge fan for ages. It looks great. There's a new female character in it. She looks amazing. They said you can play as her. They had Spider-Man. Like I said, they had indie games. And overall, their show, like I said, it was a 7. And I give it a 7 just because it wasn't just a whole lot. It was just kind of like, I want to say there's like maybe 3 to 4 big titles shown in about an hour and a half presentation, and after that was it. I mean, there was a few indie games. There's a cat game that had no gameplay. That was it. And like I said, they didn't. It was no E3. Neither show was an E3 basically. E3 is more fun. You're getting games left to right. You know, new titles coming out. I like the stage presentations, even though the last few years have been kind of boring, where they get celebrities to promote their games and stuff. I miss the old E3 back in the early 2000s and stuff, back when X-Play and G4 were still around. But E3, neither one of these shows were. That came out wrong. Neither of these shows were E3 presentations, basically. But like I said, Sony did much better though than Xbox, and their games I'm excited for. I'm excited for Spider-Man, Miles. I'm excited for Ratchet & Clank. Like I said, they look great, but that was it. I mean, there was not much more to that, and even then, Ratchet & Clank had gameplay. Spider-Man didn't really show any gameplay. It showed a few bits here and there. There was mostly cutscenes, you could tell, but I still think it's gonna be pretty good. And then they showed the system itself off, and honestly, it looks like a router. You know, I know people make fun of the Xbox for looking like a fridge, but I mean, the PlayStation looks like a giant router, and I hear it's going to be huge. I mean, it's going to be huge. I mean, it dwarfs the Xbox One. I mean, but yeah, it looks like a router. I could sit it on the floor, and I could expect the Wi-Fi Earth symbol to pop up any second, you know. But it does look clean. It looks clean, but it looks like a router. But either way, I'm going to get both systems. But so far, unless Microsoft comes out big in July, PS5 is going to be the first one I buy, and then I'm going to buy Xbox Series X after the fact. Like I said, and with that said though, I do believe Xbox can come out in July and surprise us. And to do that though, they're going to have to bring out more games than just Forza, because Forza, I mean, it's a pretty game, but you need more than just that. I mean, put effort into your games, show that you actually care. If not, get out the system races, you know. I want Xbox to stay in. It's a good system. I love the ultimate perk package, you know, where you get games, all the games you can play, and Xbox Live in one package. That's amazing. I can play Streets of Rage. I can play a ton of old games on there. You can play new games come out on the launch. You got Gears, you got Halo, all that free if you get the ultimate package, and it's fun. But they're gonna have to come out swinging big in July. Like I said, they gotta have Halo, and not just a cutscene like at E3. They need gameplay. Show us something. Don't just show us walking through a forest. Have a big action segment in that trailer. Show Master Chief fighting something huge or something with the power of the Xbox Series X. You know, that would be awesome. But just besides Halo, you gotta have more games. Bring back the days where you had games like, I mean, heck, if a new Armored Core launched exclusive on the system, that'd be awesome, you know. Or, you know, show that it's gonna be more powerful on the Series X. Have a new Chrome Hounds. Have, you know, something, you know. One big thing that could push it, if they could get Konami to make a deal with them to bring back Silent Hill. If they could make, I know it can't be made because Kojima's gone, but if they could make Silent Hills and make it Xbox exclusive, I know exclusives suck. At least make it exclusive for a bit. That would help the system some, I think. You know, people be angry, of course, online, but you need something more than just Halo, Gears, and Forza. You need more. You need to go back to your old catalogs, like I said, in the Xbox days and the 360 days, and look at the variety of games you had back then, instead of just saying every year, oh, well, here's Halo 9, and here's Forza 6, and here's Gears of War 19. You know, you need, I mean, put those games to rest eventually and make new IPs that are actually good, though. Don't just throw anything out there. Make new IPs that are exciting and fun, kind of like Sony has Horizon Zero Dawn. That looks amazing. You know, that's a new IP for them, and it's doing great. Make new stuff. You don't just see them still churning out Uncharted. They eventually put that series to rest, and I think Microsoft eventually will have to do the same thing to Halo and Gears. I really feel like they're going to have to put those two series to rest eventually, but like I said, that's in time. But I do, like I said, I think the PS5 is going to be my first buy, and then the Series X, and of course my PC is still around, and it's used the most right now anyway for modding games and indie games like that. So there's that, and then of course you got Nintendo, and I feel bad for Nintendo because I haven't played it lately. I haven't played Animal Crossing. My villagers are probably going and hate me. But hey, there's a new Pokemon Snap game coming out. A lot of my friends are excited for that. I never played the original. I know how it worked. I knew the hidden Pokemon in it, like Mew and stuff, but it was never my kind of game. Just taking pictures of Pokemon, that didn't really seem fun to me. But if you like it, that's good. I'm not gonna hate anybody for liking that, you know. I don't do that. It's just it didn't look interesting to me. But they have another big Pokemon release coming up next week, I believe. It's gonna be in the Let's Go series. Hoping it's a Diamond and Pearl remake, but honestly, even if it is, I don't know if I'll buy it or not, because I bought Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee and I never did finish either one. I got bored halfway through it, so we'll see about that. But overall, like I said, the new systems look great. PS5 will be the first one I get, and so Sony just did a better job of showing me what they have at the moment, and I'm more excited for that than I am for anything on Xbox at the moment. Like I said, in July, that could do that could flip around. They could come out big. I'm hoping they do. So we'll see. One thing I will say, do not put that ugly Battletoads game on your system. Do not next month at your show. If that Battletoads game, if it's exclusive, do not have it on your system. Please don't. Just release it quietly, because it looks horrible. It looks horrible. Look at Battletoads Arcade and compare it to the new Battletoads game. Look at both of them. I know the different styles, but look which one's better. Arcade holds up today still. It looks amazing. It was gritty. It was brutal. It was basically what Battletoads evolved into, and now they changed it back into like a Amazing World of Gumball. And I love that show. I'm just using kind of like a style kind of look to it, you know. But hey, who knows? We'll see next month. And I just want to close out saying about the prices on each of them. I honestly do not see the Xbox and PlayStation 5 going above $499. It's the system is gonna have to be around $500. You know, there's no way in heck either one is gonna be $700. Maybe there could be a version that comes out with a bigger hard drive for $600, maybe. But honestly, you're looking at $500 to $600. I don't see anything better than that. And then you may even see a lower price with the PS5, the digital version. I'm guessing it's going to be about $100 less than the physical drive version. And like I said, that will probably be $399, I believe $400. So, you know, they're going to be expensive systems because the stuff they have going into both of these is pretty good tech. You know, it's no new next gen PC, but they will hold up for a pretty good bit, you know. But we'll see about that. But that's it, guys, for now. Like I said, I just wanted to kind of get that off my chest. I've been thinking about it at work every day. There's more news stories out there I want to work on, so we're going to get to that. Last of Us 2 comes out this week. If you play it, let me know how you like it. I had it, but I canceled the order, not because of the leaks or anything. I just didn't really care for it when I heard, like, it's more of a story-driven game than just gameplay. The gameplay has always been subpar, is what I've heard. And basically, you're playing for the cutscenes in the story, and I don't really want a game like that right now. Like, if I needed a game of cutscenes and story, I'd rather have something like Sleeping Dogs, where it's a mixture of story and gameplay. Like, both are pretty fun. Even though, yeah, they're both pretty fun. But that's it for now, guys. Like I said, I got more stories coming out. I got to work on. Got more gameplay videos I've been working on. So as always, guys, stay pixelated. Thanks for subscribing. You guys mean a lot to me. You're awesome. Have a good night, and I'll talk to you guys later.